Spoilers for The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. Full musical will be in the description down below. So, on May the 15th this year, I was lucky enough to see the original cast of StarKid perform The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals in London, something that I still can't believe. For those who don't know and want to be spoiled, the show is about a guy named Paul who lives in Hatchetfield and, of course, doesn't like musicals. He lives a simple life of going to work and going home. He doesn't seem to like doing much involving other people, but he always goes to this coffee shop as he has a crush on one of the baristas called Emma. The show kicks off when a meteor crashes into the Starlight Theatre, and the next day people are non-stop singing in the street everywhere. It's basically an alien invasion through singing. Paul, Emma, and the rest of Paul's colleagues must do their best to survive before they are killed and a part of the singing hive mind. Now to tell you more about the performance in the UK. I had majority of the original cast, which includes John Mattison as Paul, Lauren Lopez as Emma, Mariah Rose Faith Castillas as Alice Zoe and the Greenpeace girl, Jeff Bloom as Paul's boss and Sam the cop, Corey Doris as Bill, Joey Richer as Ted, Jamie Lynn Beauty as Charlotte and Emma's boss, and Ivan Fernandez Gonzalez as Professor Hitchens. Now, I just have to say that every single one of them was incredible. No surprise, but there's just such a difference with seeing it in person. In particular, John, Joey, and Jamie were my favourites that day. I personally think that Paul as John is his best StarKid role, even in the original. His two songs that he sings at the end were one of his best performances. Joey was hilarious as usual. They had to change the setting slightly in some scenes, which I'll get into later, because of the different theatre setting, and that let Joey do his thing effortlessly. Jamie as Charlotte was even better than the original, in my opinion. She really plays into the struggling wife, with her emphasis in her physical acting, like shaking while holding a cigarette or pouring coffee. To be honest, they kept the story all the same. There weren't any changes that made it feel completely different. I will say they definitely made the most popular jokes in the show longer, not too long, but I did feel that the short quippiness in the original made them funnier. Now, I'm going to go through the most memorable moments during the show, talking about some of the differences from the original. To start with, in La Di Da, when the background characters come in and start dancing, because of how well StarKid have expanded the world of Hatchetfield, we see Ruth and Max Jagerman from Nerdy Prudes Must Die, Max, of course, being played by Ivan, and the salesman played by Corey from Black Friday. In What Do You Want? Paul's boss strangles him with the telephone wire to stop him from escaping, and then pulls him around the desk on a spinning chair, with Paul trying to grab the same phone to call for help. During Cup of Roasted slash Poison Coffee, we see Peter and I think Richie, again, played by Ivan, in the background, where they are the ones to get turned instead of being just random businessmen. I can't remember when, but they did include some Nerdy Prudes Must Die as background music during some scenes. In the original scene after Bernie's, Emma and Paul go through the audience pretending they're bushes. Of course, with a different theatre setting, that wouldn't be possible. So they have this bit where they keep getting lost by going off and on stage. During this, they made a funny comment about the current employment crisis. The professor has, of course, been recast. It's safe to say is as brilliant as Robert Manion and does service to his original performance. He also reminded me of Dr. Eggman, specifically from the Sonic movies. In Show Me Your Hands and Join Us and Die, they changed the choreo, and in Join Us and Die specifically, Sam and Charlotte have blue on their face, which glows in the dark. This becomes a thing when each character dies. It's a nice touch to make them look more like they've been taken over by the aliens. My favourite part of Act 1 was after the professor kills Sam and Charlotte and points a gun at the rest of the crew. He asked them to sing the beginning of Moana. In the original, they sing terribly and Bill sings the beginning of the Circle of Life. But this time, when Bill starts singing this song, everyone else joins in and they continue singing that badly instead of Moana. My favourite part of Act 2 was, no surprise, show-stopping number. There isn't really much to say about it, but I will say that they've really upgraded the professor's death. It happens in the same way as the original, but they had a much more realistic ribcage, and it was by far the most violent death in the show. My favourite part of Joey's performance was when Ted was running from the aliens. In the original, he runs on the spot, being on a small stage, but this time he has a funny moment of being caught on vines and making jokes that always end in with, "That's what she said." Also, hearing America's Great Again in 2026 was very interesting to say the least. When Emma gets injured in the helicopter crash, Paul spins her to try and kiss her and she yells in pain. Last but not least, we still have the iconic moment of Emma screaming for help towards the audience while everyone is clapping during the bows. Always loved that moment and found it very clever. Safe to say, it was a dream to see the original cast in person in the UK. I really hope they're having an incredible time performing to us and know that we love them dearly and are very thankful that they came over. But anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I will see you in the near but probably far future.